Hello and welcome today in Belgium, in Lende, and we have a magnificent stand. John Cockerill, that's right, isn't it? Friends, pay attention. These are champions in many different fields. We don't know them well enough in France. What do you do?
John Cockerill is the primary weapon systems manufacturer, including turret and turello.
Basically, to simplify it, when we look at armored vehicles, in reality, an armored vehicle is a whole system. There are sensors on one side, the chassis on the other, and then there's the turret. There are cannons, and here, it's really you who make this whole cannon and the associated turret. So you handle all the mechanics, sensors, and integration, correct?
And in addition, since last year, we have the former French company Arcus within our business, which actually provides the whole thing. We are now able to integrate a complete vehicle, so the chassis, the running gear, the turret, all the weapons.
We can look at your main products already. There's a nice one here. It's on display. What exactly is it?
Here, this is the prototype of a turret that we are developing, a turret that will be very light. Equipped with a 25 mm cannon that can fire directly up to 2.5 kilometers. And it also gives the possibility to engage drones. Because of its high elevation, up to 60 degrees.
So, how much does it weigh? With that size, it's around 127, right? Is that fine? For example?
Actually, it's the prototype that will be mounted on the Armored Engagement Support Vehicle, the VBAE. And so, the goal is to keep the turret, the cannon, and the ammunition included under 650 kilo. The aim is to mount this turret on any vehicle, including 4x4, 6x6, or 8x8 models.
Guys, it's odd because a Griffin is always either 12.7 or 7.62. So we look at the VBAE, which is the support vehicle that on the outside is smaller. It's going to end up with a cannon that's much bigger and much heavier.
That's correct, but it will be the support vehicle for the Jaguar and the Leclerc. Okay?
So it's an aggressive combination, in any case.
It's basically the escort and the vehicle that will protect the tank or the Jaguar armored vehicle.
So I also heard that there are a lot of discussions obviously about the interest in moving to higher calibers, like tanks for example. In France we're actually saying that we're going to switch to 140 eminence for tanks. So that also means a turret that's much, much heavier. And you're basically saying, well, no, 105 mm could be enough since there's plenty of ammo.
I think there's a complementarity between the two. We mainly have the 105 and 120 calibers. 15 or 20 years ago, I would have said that the 105 would completely disappear. Now, with the emergence of the 130, 140 calibers, I actually see the 120 caliber eventually disappearing. And so, there is once again a place for the 105 Metro. Okay, because you can mount it on this kind of turret, or on a tracked vehicle, or a wheeled vehicle. It can even stay under 30 tons.
Alright, so by making it almost light, let's say it's a light tank, there you go.
It will be a light tank that can cross certain obstacles more easily, that can operate in elevated terrains. So, it provides a lot of everything and will be complementary to the tank.
Okay, in the case of this VBAE project as well, there's a vehicle that's especially attractive aesthetically. On the outside it's the X, so that's really something. Also, I've received feedback from Canjuers where you did firing tests, and apparently the tests went very well. The technical section of the army really validated in any case the effectiveness of a vehicle. Can you explain to us a little bit about the purpose of this armored vehicle, since it is indeed armored?
Yes, so this is a vehicle that we developed, but in a different context than the VBAE. It's a vehicle that's supposed to be able to intervene quickly and then withdraw as fast as possible. So, the vehicle is capable of reaching speeds of 180, 190 km/h, 180. Yes, so while driving but not while firing, we've done tests up to 160 km/h while firing, so the results are very conclusive. STAT has conducted tests, but in addition to the interceptor function, we even see an additional function for the X, that is, anti-drone warfare. So the vehicle is capable of moving very quickly and especially against drones. First-person view type can be very effective for avoiding drones and also for engaging them, because of the tilt of the cannon, which can go up to 60-65 degrees.
But this vehicle is meant to provide support. Which project is it part of?
It's an in-house development by John Cockerill, so the vehicle is supposed to be able to intervene quickly. We have made this vehicle available to the Stat. They carried out very successful tests, and so now we're waiting for a client to ask us to develop it. More specifically, this type of vehicle is self-funded.
You tested it and people are happy. Now they'll wonder if it fits their ecosystem. So, John Cockerill, which vehicle are you here with today?
We deliberately stay outside the field of heavy tanks. The 120s, the 130s, the 140s.
So basically, you're between the machine gun. That means you're above the 127, but below the 220, you also do the 127.
It can be ambitious, well beyond the 50s, and the 762s well beyond.
So here, of course, we can see the cannon right next to it. We have the different optics that allow you to control the cannon and have important accuracy. So I guess you can shoot at moving targets while driving too, like before.
All four possibilities exist. Static, static, mobile, mobile, mobile.
All right, okay, because for a long time people said that only Charles Leclerc knew how to do it, but John Cockerill knew how to do it too. That's right, exactly. Congratulations. Are we allowed to give orders of precision, orders of magnitude? If we are, I don't know, at 2,000 meters, 1,000 meters?
Actually, again, this summer we did some tests. A 105 mm cannon mounted on the chassis of a Leopard 1OK in Ukraine. And there, so at 2,000 meters, we shoot into a circle with a diameter of 30 centimeters.
About 30 cm at 2 km distance.
2,000 meters.
30 cm. On the Leopard 1, guys, you realize there's no need to buy Leopard 2S and do a big retrofit. I suppose we save a lot of money by retrofitting Leopard 1S instead of switching to Leopard 2S with the 105. Oh no, the 105 ammunition is exceptional. Let's focus on it since it can do a lot. Today,
the range of ammunition is broader for 105S than for 120C.
Shot.
So, in the 120 field, there are only 4 types of ammunition that exist, whereas the 105 ammunition range just goes on. I don't know the exact number, but it's between 8 and 10 types. So, there are smoke shells, there are illuminating shells, there are canisters, there are high explosive anti-tank, there are high explosive squash head. So all these types exist in 105 and not necessarily in 120.
So you can launch leaflets, smoke shells, explosives, or armor-piercing ammo. The 105 has a very wide range of uses.
And so there are still huge stocks of 105 around the world, and there's still a huge production capacity for the 105 worldwide.
All right, so today John Cockerill has been integrated onto retrofitted Leopard 1S in Ukraine. Are there any other countries today that are starting this kind of project?
To begin with, we are definitely going to supply this turret to Ukraine. Mounted on a Leopard chassis, there are still hundreds of Leopard chassis that exist in the world. The chassis is indestructible, while the turrets are completely obsolete. For now then, there is a huge market to equip these vehicles. In addition, there are M60S that are also in the same situation. So, look around us. Which country has this vehicle? And so, there's a huge market that can be tapped into.
That's what we call efficiency. Well, that reminds me a bit of the American B-52. It dates back to 1952, and it still has to fly for almost another 30 years. They keep renovating it, so while it looks like a B-52 outside, inside it's totally different. I think we can do the same with armored vehicles. Discussing anti-drone warfare, for instance, the French Navy has intercepted Shahed drones. With cannons of this size, is it the same type of engagement, or are there specific explosive munitions, or do we just rely on accurate shooting to intercept them?
How do we know? Nowadays, we can't put any product on the market without some kind of anti-drone protection. Make sure to distinguish between specialized anti-drone warfare and non-specialized in the field of non-specialized. All our products, all our turrets are equipped with passive and active means to protect themselves against drones.
That means we have a sensor that can serve the turret to be able to fire quickly enough.
Yes, but the basic principle is that we don't integrate an active sensor on a weapon system, so concretely, no radar on a system. D.
It's just visual noise.
Yes, not just that, but we get spotted very quickly. A few months ago, I went to Ukraine specifically to learn from the Ukrainians what the threats are. And so actually, as soon as we turn on a radar, within 15-20 minutes, we're attacked. And so that's why we make a difference. We integrate acoustic sensors, we integrate infrared sensors. We're still developing, so I can't talk about very short-range measures yet. So actually, the ultimate defense against drones then. On the other hand, we are developing a concept for the utented drone specialist. And there too, we will try to create a network of sensors and effectors that communicate with each other, a bit like we did in France. In the field of Scorpion, everything is connected, and so depending on the threat, we choose the best effector to engage the target.
It's kind of like the Uber of air defense, where each one is assigned the most suitable task based on its position.
That's exactly it. Great.
I see as well. On this side there are simulators, there's preparation. What is this? Is it for overall mission preparation? Or is it to learn how to operate the turret?
Yes, it's a complete package. At Cockerill, we offer a range of products and services and support users through the entire product life cycle. And the first thing is to train them to use our products as well as possible and as quickly as possible. And for that, we have our entire range of simulators from the Ageris brand, which help guide the user step by step until they can use our different products. Isn't that excellent?
And there they learn, you can see there's fire control.
That's absolutely right. So here we're on a 105 shell, where we can create an entire environment in which we can place units, enemies, and allies. And we can train the crew live, each time with a commander position, a gunner position, and a driver position.
Is this a prototype or deployed?
It's already deployed and battle tested with years of experience and mature products supplied to various armies.
Thank you, and friends, we hope you enjoyed it. All right, thank you, John Cockerill.